If I asked you to come up with a list of 4 or 5 media personalities that consistently hate on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, Skip Bayless would probably be in your top 2. And let's face it, he probably wouldn't be number 2. This is someone that nobody really likes. He kind of just spews garbage, and he actually doesn't have a TV show anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but he ended up getting basically released from Fox Sports 1, and so he's doing like side gigs and other jobs to stay relevant. I know he's got a podcast, but in today's video, I'm going to react to a video that he did with the company Jubilee, and basically how their format works is they bring in an expert, so to speak, and they bring in other people to debate the expert, and in this video, Skip Bayless is debating NFL fans. And the topic that came up in this one segment, I just had to react to. And so this is a different style of video on this channel. So if you do like that, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And of course, hit the like button on this video so more Chiefs fans can find it. I have not watched it, but Skip Bayless had something very interesting to say about Patrick Mahomes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and react to it.
My next claim is Patrick Mahomes is dramatically overrated.
Skip Bayless is coming in hot. That is absolutely ridiculous to say right off the bat. I mean, look how fast they run.
Nick Wright, shout out Nick Wright.
How are you?
Shout out,
Skip,
Nick
how are
Wright.
you, my friend?
I think I know where this is going.
I love the Kansas City versus
so in
everybody.
order for someone to be overrated, they cannot be overrated in a vacuum. That doesn't exist. You have to be overrated compared to a standard or compared to a player. Give me 30 seconds and give me how he's overrated with those parameters, because I can't go off just that.
I only need 2 seconds.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Okay.
That is just such a weak take. I mean, Tom Brady isn't playing football anymore. And if we're comparing Tom Brady to Patrick Mahomes is clearly doing something right. Like that is such a weak argument. And I'm sure we'll get into more of what he ends up saying. But, you know, again, current NFL, there's no one better than Patrick Mahomes.
So the same,
Period.
the
Boom.
same guy,
Over.
so the same
Over.
guy in the 2010 wild card at home in Gillette, the house Brady built, got blown out by Joe Flacco, 33-14. He threw for, in Skip's terms, a grand total of 152 yards and 3 interceptions and got punked by Joe Flacco. That guy.
No, the guy who went to 10 Super Bowls and won 7.
got outplayed by Eli Manning and twice.
And Bill Belichick
and Nick
cost him
Foles.
2 Super
He
Bowls.
also won him 3.
Okay.
Tom Brady has never won a Super Bowl without a top 10 defense. Ever.
Okay.
Period. End of conversation. Pro Football Reference. Look it up.
Okay.
And I think that's something that we don't talk about enough. Like, Patrick Mahomes has had some good defenses in recent years, but if he had a Brady defense for the first 5 years of his career, they probably would have beaten, you know, the Bengals in that AFC title game. They probably would have gone to the Super Bowl when they played Tom Brady back in 2018. Like, Brady gets all this credit for being great, but he also had a great defense. And I think it's so great that, you know, this guy's talking about that.
So, but this is about Patrick Mahomes, and I think you're ducking and dodging the issue.
What are you talking
because
about?
You got to defend his Super Bowl
If
performances.
you want me to say, okay,
because
Super
I don't
Bowl
think you
performances,
can.
how can you bomb a wild card game at home in Gillette
Okay.
and then say, oh, you made the most important game of the year and didn't play your best? This is bizarre to me. It
Time
will
out.
never make sense.
You know
real fast. Let me
Arrowhead,
make this
right?
real fast. Greatest stadium in the world, 142.2 decibels, baby.
You remember
This
the
is
2018 AFC Championship game
where Patrick
at
never
Arrowhead?
touched the ball, and the
Okay.
Chiefs wanted the rules changed. They didn't do it, but they did it for
Wait,
the Buffalo Bills.
Do you remember what Tom Brady did in your house?
Did
3 times in a row he
That's
faced third
you're
and
right.
10.
Again, going back to the defense comment. If Patrick Mahomes had Brady's defense, Tom Brady wouldn't have beaten him in 2018.
3 third and 10s in
You're
a
right.
row.
You're right. He
And he
did.
goes Edelman, Gronk,
Okay.
ball game.
The same way Patrick Mahomes in Super Bowl 58, down 3 points in overtime, 2
Yes,
fourth downs,
sir.
a second and 14, because Marquez Valdez-Scantling forgot which way the end zone was and ran backwards, and he
did.
converted and
I'll give you
converted
that.
and converted, and he hit who in the end zone? McCole Hardman for a touchdown
He did.
back to back. Now let
I'll
me
give
ask you
that.
this. Let
In
me
fact,
ask you
that
this.
was his
Let me-
one and
let
only
me-
great Super
It was
Bowl.
unbelievable,
only.
All-time clutch. Also about this, since 2001, there has been 125 NFL playoff drives where the score was 7 points or less in the fourth quarter or in overtime. The rate of success of that is 40%.
Okay.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., as you
That's
like to
my
put
guy.
it, went 5 for 11 in that situation, which is 46%. That's pretty dang good. That's not bad, okay? Patrick Mahomes went 7 for 7. What do you think of that one, Skip? Tell me, come on, buddy.
Okay,
Shout out Shannon Sharp.
I just, like, I don't even know how we're having this conversation. Like, to say Patrick Mahomes is dramatically overrated and then compare him to the greatest quarterback that has ever played football, it's like, again, in a vacuum, we are comparing him to the greatest, and you just heard that stat. Patrick Mahomes is more clutch.
Let's get to the facts here.
Okay.
Let's get to his
All-time
first Super
clutch.
Bowl against Jimmy Garoppolo. Really? Okay.
Beat
Where
him.
you guys are down 20-10 late third quarter, and he throws a horrendous interception where I'm saying, what are you doing, man? Then early fourth quarter, you're still down 20-10, and he throws an even worse interception.
He did.
And you're sitting somewhere, I guess, at home, and you're saying,
I don't know what the
What
flags
are you
mean."
doing? We're dead. And all of a sudden, it gets to be third and forever. Do you remember it's third and
Yeah,
15
the
at the
fair catch to
35?
Tyreek.
And all of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes drops back, and there's a rusher in his face, and he basically goes like this. Like, let me just throw it as far as I can.
It was
He
on
throws,
the money, dude.
He
Come
throws
on.
a punt that Tyreek had to come back and wave for fair catch. That's how bad.
Skip is such a D1 hater. Like, this guy, all he does is hate. Like, Patrick Mahomes could throw the ball with his feet, and for whatever reason, Skip Bayless is just like, like old man, get off my lawn type of stuff. Like, what do you mean he just kind of chucked it up and just closed his eyes? Like, no, that's just discounting someone's greatness. We could do the same thing with Tom Brady. If you really want to, we could go play for play in, let's say, a playoff game that Tom Brady lost. We could just dissect him like that. We're talking about a play that sparked a Super Bowl win. His first Super Bowl win, by the way. The first Super Bowl that he was in. Like, this is insane.
It was. Okay. And that saved the game. And yet Jimmy Garoppolo in the fourth quarter goes 3 for 11 with an interception for 36 total yards. And he missed Emmanuel Sanders, or we're having a different conversation. That's how you survived the first Super Bowl. The second Super Bowl is against Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
We are talking about multiple Super Bowls here. Multiple. Not one, not two, not three. There's 5 to choose from. They're 3-2 at Super Bowls. They've done really well. There's so many Super Bowls to talk about that it's like, which one are you talking about, Skip?
Junior,
He had no
right?
offensive line.
Okay,
Literally,
no offense. I keep hearing that.
5 of
but,
us could have been out there.
But it was
Like,
31-9. Tom Brady never lost a Super Bowl with a blowout loss.
Patrick Mahomes
31
broke the
to
NFL
9?
record for rushing yards behind the line of scrimmage in that game.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. But I think he was just bad in that game.
It was not his best game.
No
100%, I
touchdowns,
give
2
that to you.
interceptions.
Just like that 2010 wild card
then
game in July.
against the first Eagles Super Bowl against Jalen. Jalen throws for 304 to
And he
Patrick's
lost.
182. He only threw for
He
182
lost.
yards. And the Eagles are driving to make it 21-7. And Jalen Hurts, late second quarter, just loses the handle on the football. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? And it bounces one time to Nick Bolton, who scoops it and scores with it, takes it to the house, and it changes the game because it saved you from 21-7 down. And the Patrick, in the fourth quarter, Kadarius Toney returns that punt. Do you remember that 65 yards?
I do.
Okay. I didn't think Patrick played all that well in that game. Jalen outplayed him.
No, he did not. That's absurd.
Well,
That is
304 to
completely absurd.
182 in yards
Patrick
passing.
Mahomes was all-time great in the second. He played a perfect second half.
All right.
We also forget, some of us forget, some of us will never forget, Patrick Mahomes did that on a bum ankle. He did all of that perfection in the second half when they needed to go score. He did that on one ankle. That run in the fourth quarter to kind of ice the game. I guess not ice the, to ice the game, to get him in, field goal range, to kick the go-ahead field goal. He had that scamper where he was still better than everybody. And it's so crazy to me that we're talking about Nick Bolton as a reason why it takes away from Patrick Mahomes' greatness. Kadarius Toney is in jail right now.
And then
Could not have been better.
I gave you the one at Las Vegas. That was tremendous because every once in a while, Patrick
was
Mahomes
great.
can be really good, and he was really good.
Most talented
And
quarterback
then
ever.
Just recently, we had to watch 40-22 Eagles, and Patrick Mahomes had a QBR in that game of 11.
there is
That's
no
0 to 100. He had an
There is
11.
no roster from
What?
the AFC that would have hung
11?
them. Would not have. That is the best single-season roster. Shout out Eagles. Best single-season roster I've ever seen. Where were they not great? Jalen Hurts is a top 7 quarterback. Top 7 quarterback. You could say he was the worst starter on on their team. That team rolled everyone. They lost one game after week 4 to the Commanders in a really funny, what's kind of going on, Jalen gets hurt
That's why
type
I picked
situation.
the Eagles to win it all in August.
You also
okay?
picked the Ravens.
Okay, I did. Okay, but again, the Eagles won it all.
I did.
He picks the Ravens or the Bills like every year. But no, this guy makes a really good point. It's like the Eagles were just better than the Chiefs, and I think that a lot of us tried to, make the case that, the Chiefs are the Chiefs and they'll find a way to win. Didn't end up working out like that. But again, like, I don't think you could take that game and it take away from Patrick Mahomes' greatness. Like, if we want to look at what Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes were in their first 5 Super Bowls, I guess in their first, 7, 8 years as a starter in the league, Patrick Mahomes has been to more Super Bowls and has the same amount of wins. So it's like, why are we even comparing these two right now? And I think Skip Bayless just got destroyed.
Didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
They were the best team
Okay.
last year, but Patrick Mahomes is the best player.
Okay.
And that's a fact.
Okay, but let's look at the last 3 years, can we? Because very quietly, under the radar, with no real criticism at all, Patrick Mahomes' passing yards have dropped for 3 straight years. His touchdown passes have dropped for 3 straight years, and he's still only 29.
So-
it's not like he's at the end of his career. So he led the NFL in QBR in 2022, and then in 23 he drops to 8th, and last year he was 8th. So he's become just a pretty good quarterback.
Truly, hey.
My next claim.
That is very interesting way for that clip to end. I want to kind of argue a little bit that the offense hasn't been as dynamic. Clearly, they have lacked the pass catching options to make this offense explosive. And I also think that, the approach hasn't been, let's let Patrick Mahomes go out there and throw for, 4,045. Like that's not what this offense is built around. And we can make, the case that maybe they should try to turn into that, but that's just not what they're built like right now. And maybe they go out in the draft and they get a running back and a wide receiver and they make this offense more explosive. But guess what? They've been to 3 straight Super Bowls, won 2 of them. Their offense is working, and Patrick Mahomes has been the best quarterback when it truly does matter. So I do want to talk more about what Skip Bayless had to say after this reaction, but I do want to get to our word from our fantastic and amazing sponsors of this show. The Hollywood Casino at Kansas Speedway is the place to be. With over 1,500 slot machines, 35 table games, 4 restaurants, and a new ESPN Bet sportsbook, there are plenty of ways to find your fun. For more chances to win, follow them on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome to the Rice Real Estate Group, Kansas City's premier partner in real estate. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, you'll receive a tailored experience designed just for you. Specializing in residential, commercial, and investment properties, the dedicated team over at the Rice Real Estate Group helps guide you through every transaction, including navigating those short, complex sales. With a commitment to personal one-on-one service, they will ensure that you are supported every step of the way. You can achieve your goals with expertise, care, and a customized approach that truly makes a difference. Ready to make your next move? The Rice Real Estate Group is here to make it happen. For more information, call 816-819-9333. Huge thanks to all of the sponsors that support this show all off-season long. Getting back into the main portion of this video, I think it's very interesting that Skip Bayless didn't really give a good reason for his entire point that he's dramatically overrated. Everything that we talked about was in the Super Bowl. How many quarterbacks make the Super Bowl every year? 2. And how many times has a quarterback made the Super Bowl that many times? I don't know. Did Tom Brady do that? Maybe I'm wrong. But literally, they have been to 5 Super Bowls out of the last 6 seasons. That is unheard of. And it's so crazy to me that we're having this conversation about Patrick Mahomes being overrated. And yeah, his stats weren't great last year, but guess what? He is the best quarterback on the planet. And until somebody in the AFC takes him out, I'm impressed by that Eagles win because it was great. But guess what? That team overall is stacked. They're not, in the AFC. We have yet to see Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or any other competitor take Patrick Mahomes down. And until that happens, he's the top dog. So Chiefs Kingdom, that is all I have for this video. Hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more daily Chiefs content. I do want to hear from you guys down in the comments section below what you think of these reaction type videos. I enjoyed this. I hadn't watched this video up until this point. So if you do like these reaction videos and you want to see more of them, comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, go Chiefs.